Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to the 2021 FIA Manufacturers Series here on GT Sport. It is round number 2, race number 1. The points have been reset. Everyone's back to 0. So it's time to start climbing our way back up the charts for Aston Martin. Let's see how we can do it here at Interlagos. Lobby opens up. Again, familiar names, but unfortunately I am door number 3. That's not good. We trickle down in A+. Has got a few A's in the lobby as well, so points probably won't be that high, and unfortunately can't get that much DR. So if I'm going to make some good points and DR, I'm going to have to qualify well. So let's get on to that qualifier. Here heading towards the Senna S. Going to break right before the 50 board. Send it down a little bit early. Try and get off the gas and wait. You got to be patient there before you get back on the gas so you don't blow through that right-hander. Get on that left curb. Helps the car to rotate through here. Do that pretty well. I was pretty happy at the beginning of the lap. Maybe just a tad slow there. Slow. Terrible. But coming down here onto this double left-hander, took it fairly well. Again, just a hair slow. Not too bad. Feeling good about the lap so far. No major mistakes as of yet. Break here right before the 50 board. Get on this inside curb and trying to keep the miles per hour up above 90. Sneaks down into 89 for just a minute there. Get on the brakes there on the left side before the double skid marks. Take advantage of that curb, but not as much of the curb as I want. You really want to take advantage of that. Get on the gas there as I see the little tree pop into view. Thank you very much, Mr. Kelso. And get on the brakes. Now, again, you want to take a good, healthy amount of this curb and get on the gas early. Could have been on a little bit earlier than that. Now you need to get back over to the left. I like to use a lot of this curb to rotate the car through there. Seems to work well for me. Get on the brakes there well before the 50 board, about that 75-meter mark. Get it on early. Again, heading up through the final section. Going to have to come over to the left, tighten that line up, reduce that distance, try and help that time out. Now behind me, Devil Dog in the Porsche has been able to stay behind me the whole lap. Now he's using the power of the Aston Martin on the straight because the Porsche not too fast on the straight on his own. And I crossed the line with a 137.662. And Devil Dog benefits from the slip there. He grabs an extra 10th. I end up in 9th place. And the Porsche behind me in 7th to start the race. So I've got my work cut out for me. The tire strategy for this race is pretty simple. You have to use the soft and medium racing tires. So you can split it an even 9 and 9. Or you can try and get the undercut and go with an 8 soft, 10 medium tire combination, or even a 7-11 if you're really daring, or an alpha, something like that. Might even be able to stretch that to a 12 if you're in the alpha. You can even try a 2-stop strategy if you really want to, but I did not find that it was going to really work too well. Too much pit loss time. I want to say it was in the upper 20 seconds, so it was really just too hard to make up. So I'm shooting for the 9 soft, 9 medium strategy. So let's see how that works out for me. So here we go to start the race. Dogs barking. Horns honking. Yeah, baby, you can't park there. Yeah, move it. Yeah. Gotta love the GT Sports servers. Oh. Excuse me, madam. You're standing still in a no parking zone. Don't stand still. I'll be forced to give you a ticket. Oh, yeah. Get with it. Just killing me. Look at P1 through 4. They're just gone. And I got Noah's just leaving me in the dust on the left-hand side. What an awful start. Looks like someone even disappeared. Looks like we lost one person in between there somewhere. So then I get sent down the inside by the Brazilian behind me. But I was having none of that. So I just let him know that was an unacceptable move at the start of the race. So I'm going to have a second penalty there, as he actually got in my quarter panel as I was coming inside, and he let off the brake pedal to make sure that he could make the corner and use my door as the turn. So, well-deserved half-second penalty. Wasn't quite a Perez move, I didn't think there. I thought that, obviously he wasn't alongside me heading into the corner. He just said it. He didn't care. So, anyway, so the goal now, I got to catch P8 here, and I got to get away from P10. P8, the recipient of the weird start, the messed up server start that we just had. Unfortunately, with the half-second penalty, I got to put a half-second gap on P10, and I think he is on the soft tires because I can put no space between him and I through the corner section, and he's in the same car. He's in the Aston. So considering I qualified a good bit ahead of him, at least 2 or 3 spots, I figured I could get a little more gap on him than I was. And he's holding on tight. So either he didn't qualify very well, or he's got on soft tires. I was thinking soft tires, so I figured I would just make my car really wide, make him have to work hard to pass me, and wear off some of that good rubber on those soft tires, so that when it came time for us to switch places and I was on the softs and he was on the mediums, that I would have wasted a good bit of his quick time on those quicker tires. Yeah, so he goes around the outside on the right. I'm going to let him have it. I'm going to let him try and drive the long way around. We go down in the center S. I get on the brake as late as I can there. Stick it down to the inside. He goes a little deep on his brakes. Most folks do when they try to go around the outside there. And so I'm able to defend the attempted pass. Now I'm going to come out of here and I'm going to move over to the left side. And then he moves even further left. And I'm like, well, why is he moving left? I was going to move over so I can get out the way when I serve my penalty. And serve my penalty, and I realized, oh, he had a penalty too. So after he serves his penalty, that opens up a nice gap to me and P10 in the TSR car. And I've got about 2 seconds back on Levi. On to lap 5. I've closed the gap to Levi down to 1.3 seconds. If you look there, I've got Figaro on my rear bumper. He's about 2.5 seconds back, but he has been catching steadily. I think he is on the soft tire at this point in the race, so I really need to concentrate on catching up to P8 to possibly pick up another position before he catches me. On to lap 6. I'm in the slipstream of Levi as we head down into the Senna S. I really make up a lot of ground, and his tires must just be suffering badly as I really make up some good ground there. Now I'm going to try and look for a move. Unfortunately, now I have Figaro in my slipstream. So however I decide to make that move, I need to make it quick, and I need to make it stick, as they say. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did anyway. So that was awesome. I hope you enjoyed that. Levi goes wide there onto the left-hander, this double left-hander here. So I'm going to sneak down the inside of him. I'm going to go by him. Unfortunately, I tell you what, I was shocked that I had better pace coming off that corner. The Lexus able to hold me awesome. Slipped right back between him and the Aston. Tried to go back down the inside, but I hit his right rear quarter panel and give him enough bump to keep him in front. I can't get alongside him for this next tight right-hander. Instead of sending it, I decided to back off and let him take that corner because I didn't want to get another penalty or get an accident right there. Now behind me, a big fight between Figaro and Boss GT as we were coming out through the backside of Interlagos here in this last sector. Look at this. Figaro takes that position, or gets to the position taken back from Boss GT, heading towards this last corner. So we've got a Lexus, two Astons, and a Lexus just buying for position now. Now it's starting to look a little tasty here as we're coming up this final straight. I'm in the slipstream of the Lexus, and I had a little bit better last corner than he did. So you know what I'm going to do. I'm absolutely going to send it in the Senna S if I can get it up alongside the Lexus before them, which I'm pretty sure I will. Now, he is going to defend the inside of the track, so I'm going to take this side of the track, and I'm going to squeeze him left. I want to hold him there, but I didn't squeeze him well enough because it let the Aston get underneath him, and all three of us, 3 wide, going down into the Senna S. I keep it around the outside. He gets into my door a little bit there, and I lose a position and didn't pass Levi, and then lose another one to Figaro. So I jump in the slipstream of Figaro as Levi and the other Brazilian just battling it out there on the right side of me, heading down the straight before the left-hander. I pick those 2 positions back up as Boss GT gets on the brakes way too late, goes too deep into that corner. I picked that spot back up from him. So I went from P9 to 8 to 11 to 9 there in just a few corners. On to lap number 8, we have our first pit stop as Giulia Pastori goes in there on lap number 8. So I pick up a position on him. Now, of course, he will come out earlier than me on the soft tire, so he will probably get an undercut. Lap times have been looking good except for those 2 that I've been battling. So I'm feeling like I need to get off these tires. They're feeling pretty bad. So we fast forward on to lap number 9. Everyone jumping in the pits. You see there, everyone but Andre Sav was on the medium tires. So I'm going to come out on the soft with the rest of those. Andre Sav's also going to come out on the softs, which was interesting because I was like, either that's a mistake or he did that on purpose. We will find out late in the race that he actually did that on purpose, tried the 2-stopper out. So we come out there on lap 10, and no one really around, but I did get out in front of that gaggle of cars in front of me, which you see in the mini-map in the upper right-hand corner. That is right behind me right now. So good choice on the stop there. I was able to get out in front of that group of cars. I'm sitting in position 8 behind a Brazilian, and Figueroa's coming out of the pits right there. So I'm able to get the undercut on Figueroa on the soft tires. Now, again, I wasn't sure what tires he was on. I didn't know if he was on softs or mediums for sure. I was pretty sure he was on the soft start the race, but I didn't know. So I'm just going to do my best, get my head down, and try to leave him in the dust. Now, I got to get 9 laps on the soft, so I couldn't be too hard on him. The Aston, not that great on tire wear. The GR4 car wasn't too good. So now I've got to get by P7 without letting Figueroa get in front of me because I knew he had good pace. So luckily, he goes wide through this tight left-hand hairpin, able to slide down the inside for a nice pass to pick up P7. Now, as we go on this right-hander, I was worried that maybe the Aston might send it underneath me there, so I took kind of a tight line to make sure that didn't happen. Lexus goes wide coming out of the corner. He drops all the way back to P9. So now I got to spend the rest of my time trying to break this slipstream to the Lexus, which actually still has pretty good top end, able to stay into my slipstream pretty easily. And he's able to do that all the way into lap 13 here. As we come down through these last 2 sections of track, I get a pretty good run and I get a really nice exit here on this penultimate corner at Interlagos. However, even though I'm able to break the slipstream here, he is still really good on what I believe is the medium tires. Now, as we come up onto lap number 16, you can see he made it back into the slip, 6/10 there. Andre heads in the pits on the softs, so that is his second stop of the 2-stopper. But is he going to be able to come out in front of me? No, he was not. On to lap number 18, I'm finally able to break away from Figueroa, but look at this. I'm licking my chops. I got P5 in front of me, and he appears to really be struggling. So I'm putting my head down. I'm trying to get some good corners here. Might be able to pick up position 5 at the end of the race. 2.5 seconds back, you wouldn't think so, but every corner, it's just the time between him and I is just dropping dramatically down to 2.3 seconds now. And then as we come around this hairpin, I'm going to come out the other side, and I'm going to be down to 2 seconds. Like I said, he is just, remember, he came in and pitted on, I think it was at the end of lap 7, beginning of lap 8. So his tire's definitely suffering here. Now I'm within 1.7 seconds. If he can make a mistake on the final turn, it is possible that I can get by for P5, get on the brakes there well before the 50 board, and I'm just reeling him in. But I don't have enough real estate, just running out of ground to be able to make the pass. Coming out the final turn right through here, and it's not going to be enough to make up all this ground on P5. So I am going to hold on to my 6th place position. As you can see in that left-hand corner, Figueroa able to make up some ground on me as well. Finishes a second back of me. So P6 for Greddy in race 1 of round 2. And a pretty decent lobby. So I'm gonna come away with some okay points to start out round 2. That's 196 to be exact. So hey, good start to the season. I will take it and I will put it in the bank. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the race. If you do, hit the like, smash that subscribe, come back, check out some more action. For myself, Geauxgreddy, y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.